Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Leadnap Gaming. 3.14 is on the horizon, and today we're going to spend a little time talking about the change. Orison, new UI, reworks to combat, armor changes, and so on. These are just a few examples of things that are going to be changing soon in 3.14 and beyond. On the face of things, this is awesome news, but plenty of longtime backers are worried. Will we like these changes? Potentially, no. But that's a good thing. I've been playing in the verse for years, filling ships with cargo, hunting down bounties, exploring planets that time and time again are updated and improved. Now, most people are not going to complain about a much improved HUD, better scanning mechanics, and improvements to reputation gain. However, there's a lot of change already happening or bound to happen soon enough. Death states that erase your progress, whole new model for combat, restrictions on how and when you can deploy certain weapons and traits in battle, or even at all. But the verse is about to change. We've just spent 2 weeks talking about LSR being updated, but this is so much more than that. You have players who have enjoyed ship combat for years, and what if they suddenly hate how it's going to be now? Change is coming, and that's a good thing. The verse is going to be unrecognizable for some of us. We've grown accustomed to the arcade play, the placeholder play. The game that isn't what Star Citizen's persistent universe was always intended to be. We have reached a tipping point. Things that were always someday items are marching towards implementation, and their additions are taking away what many of us have considered Star Citizen. I fondly remember the mad rush you would take on with an open JT, jumping in every single ship I had in my hangar at the time, filling it, dropping it off at Hex, spawning the next one to go maximize the profits. And then Jumptown went away. We all understood that Jumptown was an exception. At the time, it was the only way to really make real money in the verse. New labs opened, new demand features were implemented, and drugs just became a poor way to make money. This was all replaced with solid cargo hauling opportunities, filling cats with legit cargoes, running them on routes to make that big dollar, all while racing the server with your wallet in the hold. The golden age of cargo ended when mining became an industry worth your time, and now we're seeing more and more realized game loops. Despite the repeated launch of newer and bigger cargo ships, we still talk about the return of the cargo game. But what if I told you cargo wasn't broken at all? We are what's broken. We all recognize that, sure, you'll fill up your hold with, say, titanium here and then run it 4 or 5 systems over to sell it for the best price where there's no supply. Yet we've always held the assumption that if we wanted to, we could still just do that 10-minute loop. Fill up, run to the closest city. You wouldn't make real money doing it, but you could, right? Reality is very likely the opposite. You're going to need to fill up in 4 or 5 systems along the way to deliver the best cargo load. It's more of a challenge. It removes the meta route. We've been hearing about quanta and dynamic economies for years now. No one ever said there would be cheat levels of material for everyone to just lazily pick up and run around. We feel like cargo is broken because we're attached to the old game. The stand-in play of JT and earlier non-dynamic cargoes. In the case of cargo, we're also trapped not having more systems. Just yet. We don't like how the new cargo game is. It lacks the easy reward we were trained to expect. Yet that's a good thing. We also grow tired of the easy reward. We log in every patch for a few hours, see what's new, and bounce. To keep us playing the game month after month, there has to be challenge. There has to be something to work towards. That was always the promise of Star Citizen, and that's what's on the way. Orison marks a historic and important landmark. The Stanton system now has every planet and capital. We have Lagrange points, R&Rs, shops, raw material production, and commerce systems. Though it will continue to be improved upon for years to come, Stanton is complete. We've seen snippets of Pyro. We know Nyx can't be far behind. It's still July, and we're about to be handed a patch that will turn the verse upside down and radically deliver content we have come to expect in November. Through most of 2020, the verse didn't feel radically different than it did at the end of 2019. The same was mostly true the year prior. We are 7 months in, and change is here. In a few short months to follow, CIG is going to deliver again because CitizenCon always ushers in big things. Change is coming. The verse is beginning a transformation from what we have always had, what we have always grown to think of as Star Citizen. But what is rolling out, what is being delivered, is the Star Citizen we were promised. We have to be willing to accept that, willing to part with the placeholders we've known for the exciting frontier of gameplay we've wanted all of this time. 3.14 is going to be different. Soon enough, we'll have features and game loops we don't enjoy right away. Like cargo running, some features may appear before they can be fully utilized by us the players. We can complain about it, but then what we're complaining about is CIG delivering the project we've backed them to deliver. We have waited years for the verse to march towards completion, to reach beta and release beyond. We have endured salty backers and the people who have never even tried the game and jumped on the hate wagon. 3.14 is the beginning, an undeniable step towards the future, a completed game. So let me know in the comments below, what are your fears and excitements for 3.14? Share this with your new and old friends in the verse. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time.